right now you're sort of looking to upset, right? I mean, they're going to be the underdogs in basically every match in Division B.
100, yeah. Epsilon at the moment, you know, they have no pressure, but at the same time, you know, they need to get a win. They need to make some kind of an impact, and you know, they definitely have the qualities to do so. It's going to be interesting to see how it pans out. St. Marie Dumont, though, we're going to kick things off with Dave rocking that PPSH Hunker, and he's going to get straight into the action.
Here we go. Dave flying right in, but Fellow want nothing to do with it. He picks up a couple of kills, and remember, in 2 of the games he started really, really slow on St. Marie. The one he started to really pick things up, he actually got streaks at the end of it. That's the St. Marie they took. So if he is going to be able to match the slaying prowess that we've seen from the other 3 Splyce members, you got to feel really, really good about them here.
Madcat shot from the back, and that's going to be a 2-piece there for Dave as he regains control. One player just above him, so he's going to have to watch out for that, but he does have the support of his team. With 25 seconds left to go, you may see Splyce play towards the winery now.
Wow. And Bance goes massive there. I mean, Phil, he kills 3. You don't even have to push anything in there, really. He has like 3 players coming off a spawn. Bance is able to shred everybody, and you hold the top spawns. Now, with Bance rotating out, he gets his hard point time and finds a kill. He's looking at streaks very early. He has had a big play that entered his team about 20 points and held the rotation.
Yeah, love this as well. Madcat and Tommy, the first line of defense, if you would like, as Bance is going to collect that hard point time. Madcat, Tommy, and Fellow all picking up kills. One player sneaking from behind is going to be number 3. It's Nathan. And there we have it. Bance tracking back. That 6th sense coming in from behind there. Just 1 kill away from full streaks. However, he's made an impact already. And you know what? They can get every single second on this and maybe use those streaks to break the parking lot.
Well, Bance and Madcat, the ones trying to hold the front. Bance watching the back as well, just in case Felony is going to get pushed. We'll hop over to the Epsilon POV as they try to break the back, but will end up falling. Now let's stick with Bance's rotation. Let's keep with him for a bit. Well, it's him and Madcat, really, that have got the streaks going. 5 kills in a row for both of them, and the scoreline getting uglier and uglier here for Splyce very early. And oh god, Tommy just won a gunfight in the back for spawns as well. He just spawned Dave the entire way out. It's, I think, Felony mid-map that has to try and get up here in position. They're going to invest some streaks in this as well. What can they find? Vortex trying to get the mid. He'll get caught. And Splyce have a 2-on-1 here to get set up with spawns.
And look at Fellow. He's pushed right through the middle. He's trying to get the back spawn, and he's going to take down the all-important Nathan. You can see that the slay inside it is not favoring Epsilon. We've got 8-1 for Madcat. Bance 8-1 with a 7-kill streak. Splyce are destroying Epsilon piece by piece, and they still have all these streaks. This could get very messy very quickly. And honestly, it's already a mess for Epsilon.
Yeah, this is... Phil, we're on our 3rd hard point. Madcat and Bance just died for the 2nd time a moment ago. I mean, this has been a... You know, the lambs to slaughter really right now for Splyce. Unbelievable how strong they have been here to open it up. And again, you got streaks on Bance. I believe Madcat likely... Yeah, his streak got to 6, so he may have earned some as well. As long, oh no, so he must have been at 600 before he dropped. So he dropped just short of streaks. I'm pretty sure the streak was at 6, right, before he died.
It was. I think he may have got up to. I'm not too sure, but he was very, very close to the streaks. And honestly, I thought that could have gone a lot worse. Epsilon managed to break through and bully their way through. Just through the blue gate. Now we're going to rotate, of course, to the lookout post, and Tommy overlooking. He does have a PPS-8, so a little bit more difficult for him here. Trying to go for those long-range gunfights. And here we have Bance raining fire down upon this lookout post. They're going to regain control for a second here, but there is one player causing a bit of mayhem. It's Nathan.
Yeah, Nathan gets 2 big kills to at least try and buy his teammates time to get into position. Unfortunately, no one able to do that as the rest of the kills go the way of Splyce. You see Madcat set up back green, Bance laying the back as well. Streaks now coming in from Hockey as he was able to earn some as well, which is kind of wild considering how lopsided this actually started. But maybe that's the catalyst you need to start to mount a little bit of a comeback here. There's just under 20 seconds that you can get. Nathan's going to try and pick up mid-map as we look over to Restaurant. He's doing just that. It's 2 before falling. Madcat finally will get the better of him. And Madcat sitting at 14-5.
Well, since the rotation to the lookout post, it's been pretty much even. However, is it just too little too late? We're already on the first rotation. Splyce over 110 points in the lead. Epsilon need to go big on this next rotation, to say the least, to state the obvious. But right now, they've got full control of the restaurant. And I believe they do have 1 streak available. Madcat, though, 14-6. Really putting a star-studded performance in.
Let's get into Nathan here. He's going to be top restaurant. Well, it's the power of the flamethrower. And, oh, Nathan is screaming.
Not what you want to hear.
No, not if you're an Epsilon fan. Bance top window. Sees a couple there. Trying to push through Arch. Gets the call out to Felony, but Felony not ready to deal with the FG42. 20 seconds left here in Restaurant. Splyce still inside, but their player is top, I believe, Bans. Bans should be able to finish that up. He will do it with the flamethrower, so we'll get the final couple of ticks. This time they're going to have to break through. What do you still have? Can we check, when we get a second, just check Bans. He still has, okay, just the flamethrower. That's right, because he used the glide bomb on 3 and the fighter pilot on 4.
Well, Epsilon, they have locked down the spawns for now, and number 4 is Dave. He's going to spawn with his team. So, Vortex is going to be running around the lookout post and trying to get there ASAP, but Splyce, all 4 members are going to be charging through on the PPSH heavy team here for Epsilon. They're going to be in trouble. Glide bomb.
It's funny, I wanted to check Bans for streaks. He didn't have him. He ends up killing, I think, 3 or 4 right after that. Actually gets the streaks again. So this has been an incredible performance. Now up to 8 in a row, 22 and 10 for Bans as he is just holding forward here. Momo, what a performance from Bans.
And a lot of history as well. A lot of people may not know Bance, started his Call of Duty career alongside a large majority of that Epsilon roster. And, he kind of grew into the scene and almost outgrew that roster and found himself on the likes of Splyce. And he is showing why. 24 and 11, 50 seconds to his name right now, and he's already got the score streaks lined up for the break onto the next one. This is Splyce feeling very comfortable.
Yeah, speaking of Bance, he is the definition of a superstar in this game. He has been so consistent over the last 3 years. Once he got into the top, he has been there and considered one of the best players in the world for these 3 years. So it's been very, very impressive, and he's putting on a show right now. Here we go. Fighter pilot in. Who can he pick up? And can they get them to spawn out is the big question. They push forward. They should be able to. There you go. You see it, number 1, Hockey spawning at the top of the map. Tommy has hit the back now with 2 other members of Splyce. The assault is now on. Their teammate actually doesn't spawn safe with him in the back, though. There was enough vision there from Epsilon to spawn 2 out. So they haven't actually been able to break in yet. Nice position from Dave, almost able to finish off Tommy as he pushes the edge. That's, I think, a bullet from Tommy, and Bance's nade over the top, and Tommy prone to the corner, and not only gets the kill, but also gets the streak and the hardpoint time.
Tommy should have been dead.
Yeah.
He should have been dead twice over there. He stays alive. Great help from Bance again, 26 and 12. Now we're going to see streaks. Is he going to call him in straight away? Yes, he is. He wants control of that lookout post, and he wants to bury this game. They're only 35 points away from taking it, and Splyce, they are looking hot here. Epsilon, they've only just broken 100 points.
Very dominating effort from Splyce. Glide bomb directly onto Vortex's toe. As another kill does come in, 25 more points needed for Splyce. They're in the new hardpoint, they're racking up time. Tommy dominating mid-map. He also got the artillery to work with, which I doubt will even be needed in this game. They drop it topside, and they're gonna have to funnel through that to try and make a play. He actually ends up killing a teammate with it. It's all it's provided thus far, but it will hold that top spawn off. They're not able to get in, and these should be the closing moments.
Yeah, this is a very one-sided affair. Don't forget, Felony, a substitute here in this game. I think he's played a little bit of the dirty role of, pushing forward and just kind of filling in for Splyce here, 16 and 20-ish. But I am getting so worried and happy at the fact that Splyce could, with Jerd, this could be so dangerous.
Absolutely. I think this is the opening moments of the actual game when he gets those first 2 kills, and it didn't get better from Epsilon from there. But yeah, that's the 4th time they played St. Marie. And yeah, when Felony's holding his own, I know he's doing the dirty work, but he's holding his own, they're getting victories there. They lose the first 2, win the next 2, and now they've got control in this series. And I mean, to be fair, this is a series, despite the fact you have a sub, you expect them to absolutely win.
Yeah, Splyce, that top 2, maybe best team in Europe, without a shadow of a doubt, alongside Red Reserve.
I want a Red EU matchup so bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably coming sooner or later, but Epsilon, they're not in that same caliber. They're, maybe a tier 2 team in Europe. You come over to North America, you kind of put them in the same kind of categories, your Vitalities, your Mind Freaks. Unfortunately for them, obviously a very tough hardpoint loss. The problem with that, obviously, Epsilon, they can get a little bit down on themselves. They've already had some tough series, and they could be ending week 1 in a pretty poor position, to say the least.
They could, but I mean, again, it's kind of what you expected right now, just coming into this. They were kind of thankful to get here in a way. You remember back to the Dave interview.
Yes.
But they expect to turn it around. It just might not be till, from at least the way he was looking at a calendar, it might not be till the end of stage 1 or kind of the middle of the stages where they expect to kind of get into a groove. There's a shot of the Splyce boys talking things over, getting ready for the search and destroy. Dave of Epsilon, we'll see if it's going to be frustrations that get the better of them, or can they turn it around, the search and destroy.
they're going to need to pull something out of the hat here for sure. Speaking to Tommy, you know, they were obviously first game here. They were up in the pro lounge. I was speaking to him, and it's funny because I've seen my very first event going back to, I think, 2011. I was there and speaking to Tommy, who was kind of one of the best in Europe at that time. I said, you know, for me, watching Tommy now, is this the best he's ever been as an individual? And I go back to, you know, the MW3 days where he was kind of compared across the pond, where we didn't have these kind of North American, European matches, and he was like the European scump, if you like. But now it's all on a different scale, a global scale. You look at Tommy, and he's probably even up there in the best form of his career. And that career is not a 2-3 year career. This guy's been playing for nearly a decade in the top level. And Search and Destroy, it's been there from the beginning. That is coming up next. Ardent Forest. Epsilon, though, they need to, I feel, shock Splyce. You know, whether it's just fast-paced action or the complete opposite. You know, it's something needs to be implemented here.
Yeah, some change in strategy. They're trying to go gun up against Splyce. They're not going to be finding many victories. I'm actually excited for the game 3, just simply because, you know, you heard Joe say it up there, but in Division A, we had so much Flak Tower. It was a talking point in the first week, like Flak Tower, Flak Tower, Flak Tower. That was like the go-to map. Then we come here, we haven't seen it whatsoever. The first time we're going to see it, we're already into day 3. This is our 11th series now. Interested to see a little action there. Obviously, we'll at least be seeing a game 3. I don't know. With this search, I'm not sure what Epsilon can do. It's Splyce just too strong, in my opinion.
Splyce and, of course, Ardent Forest. We're going to go only back to yesterday when they played another European team, Unilad, on this. And they held their own. It was, I think, 4-3. Tommy pulled off a 1v2, and it kind of just changed the game for the better for him. Of course, we're going to see that sniper in the hands of Tommy. We've already seen what Nathan can do on this map with the sniper, so I'm looking forward to the Nathan versus Tommy show here.
Okay.
I mean, I know a lot of you guys at home will think that is a one-sided affair. Don't rule Nathan out of it, though. That sniper is lethal.
Well, you mentioned it's certainly not a talent thing when it comes to Nathan, more an experience thing, and this is, you got to think, we've talked about how much, you know, the LAN League can benefit teams and the improvements we've seen. That goes the same for individual players. You expect to see him getting better and better as he's going up against the top competition in the world. But it will be Epsilon first on offense. Let's see what they try to work here against Splyce.
Well, Vortex is rocking energetic armored, so it looks like they're sticking to the traditional fast pace. Got some scoped going on for Dave, keeping that strafe on point. Here we go, Tommy. He's going to be smoked out straight away. They know the game plan. And Epsilon straight into the face. Oh, and that's... could have been worse, could have been better here, but we're going to trade things out now. 3v3. Mad Cat's in trouble.
Round looking very good here for Epsilon, despite the fact that they had the team kill. Tommy's had to wrap across from mid with the snipe. Hockey, top ruins is going to be the difficult kill for him. As soon as something's up.
Tommy still with the sniper. Trying to look over, you can see obviously with the extra vision. Now find someone we can see that
map and in through you will be crucial for either side.
Fellow taken down here, Epsilon strike. And again, gunfight's going down. You can see the cover that you get from this rock. Absolutely crazy. And Splyce just looking to close this round out. 3v2. And the time is ticking. Still the sniper trying to connect. Not going to find, but that's going to be that long-range gunfight, which an FG can just tear through. Splyce looking to close this one out, though. All up to 1. We're going to see the rounds tied 1 apiece now as Splyce find themselves.
All right. right back into it. Pressure up mid-map, gets control very early, and you see the final kill there from Tommy. He's been, I mean, for the most part, spot on with the sniper rifle and search and destroy throughout this first week. He's had some incredible plays, aces, 1v2 clutches. Tommy's been on another planet. How is Epsilon going to deal with him? Nathan, a big part of that, well, he got the first blood kind of on Fellow and on his teammate to open up the other round. This time, they're going to try and push Bans quickly. They've got to smoke out. Tommy does transfer over to mid-cut. He's not able to hit that shot on Nathan as he backs up. Bans now left by himself. Are they going to be able to push him out? He's tucked away into cabin. Bans is just going to try and get a kill here. He's got help from Tommy as well. Bans is still up. Tommy doing a great job to help, but finally, Bans will fall. And now the site has been given up to Epsilon.
I do like the smoke grenade onto the cabin wall. It kind of blocks everything out. They then have to take Tommy away from the cabin cut. And it works to get the bomb down in a 3v3 situation. Definitely a game plan. But Tommy, again, lethal with this sniper. Will find Nathan. And Madcat takes down Hawkeye just like that. The pieces of the puzzle.
And that, you know, it's sometimes you say, like, in late round situations, like, you don't want to have a sniper sometimes, but like, in that particular situation where you're trying to pick somebody off of cover like that, it actually works out quite well. As long as you hit your shot, it works out quite nicely. But Tommy, man, making the plays, a plant for Epsilon doesn't result in much as they get clean swept there on the retake by Splyce.
I think that's it as well. You know, you got the bomb down 3v3. You've got control of cabin. Cabin will, like, you're pretty confident there. And then Splyce just one by one.
Why are you standing still behind the cover? At least be, like, moving a little bit. Like that just looks so easy for Tommy to come around the corner and hit the shot. But you've got Madcat already with a fighter pilot. He's looking for more streaks as well. Tommy was getting very close to streaks. This reminds you of the hard point, really, and how quickly the Splyce side was able to pick up those crucial score streaks.
We are going to see score streaks soon. Tommy, the confidence he has to kind of roam around with the sniper does say a lot. Now he's pushing through. He's actually pushing on the flank and he's seen Hawkeye. Will connect. Now he's going for that PPSH. He was looking for the pickup of that weapon. Going to leave his teammates in a 2v2.
Just how is he able to pick up a kill like that? A 2v2 now. As Madcat gets the plant, he will be fully streaked out now. He's got everything to toy with. He's getting peeked though by two. Doesn't matter as he gets the one crucial kill he needs. Now Felony here to work with him. They've got him pinned at Broken Pillar. Vortex doing what he can, but should drop and Splyce find another round. And that's one where, like, they're not exactly pinned in B. They've got control of B, but you've got a bit of an arc there trying to rotate over for A from mid to make a play for Epsilon, and then Tommy just wraps to A, hits up through cabin cut, and just lines somebody up with his pistol. Like, that's just, I mean, that can't happen.
Great bait and switch by Madcat and Felony there. Madcat getting the first, dives out of the way. Felony steps up to the plate.
And that was something on the B site when they first played this, like day one, where they struggled a little bit, just because, you know, Felony and Madcat in that position for the first time. It struggled a little, but they've definitely improved big time, I think, just over the past couple days.
Madcat doesn't connect here. He does have those streaks. It looks like he's backing off here. I wouldn't be surprised to see the fighter pilot, but Felony might be able to just nullify everything of Epsilon's. He's already found two. Vortex's location will be given up.
It's like, we just talk about how good they're working together on the B side. Madcat bails to try and use streaks, and Felony's like, I'm good. I'm good. I'll wipe everybody out.
And can save those streaks maybe for another time here. Oh, Madcat's come back. I'm now left in a 1v3. It's Dave. He does find Madcat, but the trade comes in, and Splyce regain control, assert their dominance, and they're looking very, very strong here. I know there'll be one Irishman sat home who's pretty pleased with the performance so far.
Definitely looking strong in this series. And, I mean, it's big. You go 2-2, and then also, like, I mean, just think of the confidence you have that the two games you lost are going the distance, right? In a big game 5 against the likes of E United and FaZe. That's got to feel great with especially how strong FaZe looked last night. Vance does get hit by a stun mid-map. Slowed down for a moment, but able to get into you. Got Felony there to work with, but as Bance drops, is anyone going to be able to trade it out? Madcat does find a kill, makes it 3v3.
Somehow Hawkeye's found his way right through the back into the 5. Tommy may have just given Madcat a bit of a tough situation. He's going to be taken down. This is looking strong for an Epsilon round, a much-needed round. To go 5-1 down, that'd be very, very difficult. But Tommy left in a 1v3. Not going to happen. Hawkeye and Vortex combine, and they're not only going to get 2 kills apiece here, the diffuser will come in. So They are still a way off those streaks, but if they win the next round, you know, stay alive. Potential here for Epsilon.
Yeah, but remember, you still have those streaks to work with from Mad Cat, though. Is what could be the dagger, assuming they're used properly here to try and get a bomb plant or keep them away from the site. Mad Cat, I thought the first series they had of day one, he looked a little bit shaky, but since then, he has definitely picked things up, especially in Search and Destroy, where you see him sitting at a 6-3 right now. But now offense for them, and remember, Mad Cat still has those streaks, but are you going to even need it? Is Tommy lines one up mid. They try to keep hitting it. Felony's already gotten to you and finds a kill. Things fall apart for Epsilon, what seems immediately. Tommy's tagged one up the one shot with the pistol. Vance is now pushed all the way up to Cave, so Hockey's got nowhere to go. Tommy should be flanking around the other side in just a moment.
I feel like counting down from 5, 4.
Oh, he actually hits up through fire. He's actually going to end up going over to Felony, and he actually wins it. He's not going to get away. There's no way. How's he still alive? Okay, finally finished. I thought he was just to try and sprint out of there.
Yeah, he manages to pick up a couple of kills. Bance is kind of confused. He's like, I thought you had him. I thought we had him there. But he,
well, the timing for Tommy, he was like slow peeking that angle with the sniper rifle, and as soon as he gets to the edge, that's when he hits fire cut.
And again, just watching Tommy here directing these players. And looking to finalize this search and destroy. And a 6-2 victory. Again, just showing how capable they are. Felony, 6 and 5. He's going to be the bomb carrier going into potentially this final attack. Oh my goodness, that could have been 3.
He gets 2 of them, though. The collat for Tommy. That's one spot you don't want to stack. You know it's such a popular sniping position. Oh, that's one way to end the game. Tommy's just like, yeah, all right, thanks, guys, for the gift. They dropped the care package for him there up mid-map.
My toes, fingers, they all just curled as that lined up. I was like, no, surely not. The fact that I was disappointed with a collapse says a lot. I was like, damn, that could have been 3.
I can't actually tell you. I don't think in the 5 years that I've casted Call of Duty that I've ever casted a triple collat.
No, I mean, I definitely haven't. Many a lot longer.
Many doubles, and I cannot think of a triple collat once. I mean, unless I'm in like Pamage's YouTube videos.
That's the thing. 3 players should not be lining up with each other. These are professional players.
Well, especially in that spot, like that distinct angle where you see, I mean, if you've been watching the CWL, you see that spot get sniped at the opening of just about any round where you have a competent sniper that's going to go mid-map. My God, but it's Tommy continuing to go big. Splyce looking for the 2-2 start without Jerd, and Epsilon with just a lot of questions, trying to find the answer. Is it going to be on Flak Tower? We'll find out after this quick break.
I'm feeling confident going into the game against Epsilon. We've played them twice, I think it is, in online 2Ks and beat them both times. At this current stage in time, I don't think we match up pretty well, if I'm honest. We're just not prepared, really.
Our game against Epsilon, I'm not really sure how it will go. They don't tend to scrim many of the top European teams.
We've tried to practice as much as we can, like still not playing top teams is still quite a problem, and we've only scrimmed National League teams since being away, so we could only just improve as much as we could really with what we were given.
We still probably don't have the respect from like the older players, and like when we had Josh we could get scrims easily because obviously he's a veteran, but because it's us, I just think they'd rather just not play us and potentially waste their time, as they put it.
Why would we say no to a better scrim and better practice and what we're going to gain from, to then say, no, we're going to scrim Epsilon this time and then beat them every map but learn nothing? So it's one of them ones that are in that weird position. They sort of need to prove that they are a top 3 team, and then from then on they're going to have no issues getting practice.
The Epsilon team, like each year, like them core players have a slow start to the game, whereas last year, like I think they struggled nearly every event.
Every time we play, we always learn things after every series because we're quite far behind. They're quite slow learners,
and we just pointed out things that like other teams are doing which we're just not doing at all.
They basically just copy what you do. My main goal for this event is to not get relegated. So I'm feeling confident. I know we can beat them, just have to prove it in game.
They sort of like need someone to put them in the right places and put them in their comfort zone, which Josh did perfectly with them. So I think they're just missing like that statue leader person that can really put them in the positions where they're shining.
I think it's vital that we do well. I think we've got a point to prove. People still don't think we're good, and we need to prove that we're just as good without Josh.
Wow, that video was almost difficult to watch at times, just thinking about the respect it seems Epsilon feels they need to earn, and then maybe the lack of respect there is right now for their ability. And it's tough, you know. You wonder why maybe we're not favoring them in any matches. When you hear the video and some of the stuff Dave's saying, it's like, how do you?
Yeah. One thing I will say is I like how they're very much the realists. You know, they're not coming in and going, we can beat Splyce, it might be a close game, but I think we've got it. They're saying
does not win matches, unfortunately.
Yeah, they've not got the practice, they're not playing against the best players. They're almost saying, like, how can you guys expect us to compete? And as Tommy said in that video, they need to prove themselves as a top 3 team, but how do they do that when they're not getting the right practice? And it's that kind of catch-20. It's really difficult for them, but I know they have the talent, and judging by those 4 players, I think it's something that I'd like to see. Obviously, them grow and learn, and I'm hoping we see the kind of turnaround as we did of Mind Freak. I do think they've got, you know, the real... They've been thrown in at the deep end. Division B, I think if these guys were put in Division A, I think they may have had a little bit of an easier run, but it's tough. It really is for the likes of Epsilon.
Yeah. And like they've said, they get better, you know, at a later point in the year. It's just, man, it's tough right now. But a couple of FGs out, at least off the opening break from Dave and Nathan here on Flak Tower. But this has got all the feelings of what may be a 3-0 unless Epsilon can pull something together here. But again, you heard him talk about it. They need to earn respect. The players feel opposition feel they need to earn respect, and the only way you're going to do that is by starting to beat some teams. So this next month for them, I think is, well, it's huge, obviously.
Yeah, and you know they want to get better. They're putting in the time, and they're actually, you know, scrimming these national teams. However, difficult when you are Epsilon. Let's see what they can do though. Epsilon still going strong. Porky on your screens, 1 kill will be taken down.
You know, they talked about the fact that we've heard Dave say they're slow learners at times. They're learning new things after every series, after every map. You heard comments from Vance kind of that as well. I kind of want to hear, you know, what it sounds like as they're trying to talk through this. Is it a communications issue? Is it just a map awareness issue? What's going wrong? What's going right for this Epsilon team? I'll tell you what, I want to toss this to an Astro listening.
Leave him, go behind him from top turret.
He's dead front, and one's on the left. I got the guy mid,
Got him.
Nice, good place.
Left
one was on the left, that was him.
Left.
Weak, really dead.
Nice, good place.
He's from mid. Nice.
Holding minigun.
Madcam, bans of spawn.
Holding bottom mid.
I can of his base, weak, 3 bullets on him. Is anything on the left?
I've spawned up far right.
He was back of his base. We did kill everyone.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna come left to you, Bill.
I'm just staying alive then.
Got one on the left. You're gonna camp in the corner.
Dylan was back right.
I'm gonna go in the room, Bill.
Got the guy on the right. Dylan was at the back of his base. Dylan was at the back.
He's not back left. He's not back left.
Dylan's at the back. Ah, couldn't get away.
He's gonna be camping the corner out.
Back right.
Yeah, in the corner. I got baited him.
I'll get him one sec. Dylan on the back of his base, last guy.
Go.
Run. Dylan, you already spawned up. Two are gonna be all in. I'm holding the back of our base. You need to get mid.
They're stunning across.
Oh, one mid now.
Tom, we're looking for fellow. That's it. That's cap.
You're good on it. Come back.
Balance first off spawn.
I'm 2 off street.
Just pre-aim. Just chill.
Man, weak, yeah.
Just chill pre-aim.
I think no, that was you.
Good shots. Weak on the left.
Play for your streaks, Dave. Nice, good kill.
Nice. Might be trying to push me out.
That's open.
Can someone push up?
Right on me, I think.
One's at far left on the...
Got another one on the right.
Nice, I'm pushing up mid.
I'm outskirts right now, Dave.
Well, a really good start here for Epsilon. They take the first cap, and you can see the communications, or here, should I say. You know, they're on point, they're on the same page, but it's kind of that slowness. There's kind of no hype around it. It's going to be hard to do that when you are 2-0 down. But I was thinking during that listening, you know, who is the leader? And I can only look towards Dave, and I think that's the only thing that Epsilon are missing right now. It's the experience, the veteran on a team. You know, like Tommy was on Fnatic last year, like Josh was on Epsilon. They're missing something, but hopefully the experience will come.
And even if it's not like a leader per se, in the sense of how you might imagine a leader, at least like a vocal leader is important. Like, just think of when you go to a listen-in with Red. You can tell Josh is kind of the guy. When you go to a listen-in with Splyce, like you mentioned, Tommy seems to be that vocal leader, like someone that's sort of the general, at least. I mean, maybe not even having to be the best leader outside a game, but at least in game for sure. But as that second flag did get out, Madcat was able to pick up the kill. They got another touch on it. This should be returned momentarily. If they'll dive in and return it, now with several down, there was a team kill, but Splyce will be able to at least start getting forward a bit here.
Yeah, and I do want to give credit to Epsilon. They've been fantastic in this CTF so far. They've held their own, they've pushed the right lanes, and you could hear, of course, what they were saying, that, you know, we've killed 2, that we're looking for Madcat. They're doing all the right things, but I think it is that little bit of distinct decision-making that they are lacking here. Bance, though, on the other hand, trying to make something work. Hawkey and Vortex are going to take out their entire team. And Epsilon's still in the lead, just by 1. And Dave, of course, with that flag cap, did get streaks.
All right. Dave, I would say, in a position to kind of call these in. I would say he would like for Nathan not to die right as he's calling it in, but can he do enough damage to make the difference? I think the answer is yes. Everybody drops. Can they get a touch quickly enough to get this out? Enough distance between them for no stuns to be able to make a play? Everybody coming off a spawn now. They're spawning left. It's going to be on Dave and Vortex to pick this up. They already hit underground. I don't think he realized they already hit through. They thought they had the timing there.
Yeah,
hey,
Dave,
buddy, you didn't have the timing there.
That's a big mistake from Dave, and I think it's one which, you know, he's going to find out very soon. That it could pay him towards his favor. One player right above him. It's going to be Fellow. Fellow does take down Dave, and I think Dave should have been aware of that underground push a little bit better. That spawn near that AA gun. They weren't going to spawn anywhere else.
And it's just, honestly, that is a matter of what, Mumbo? That's a matter of a second half difference. But in a way, you have to kind of have that internal clock and be prepared to line that up as you hit through mid. I mean, a little bit of unfortunate timing, sure, but if you don't see anybody for a second or two, you got to know, right?
That's it. When you've not seen anyone for 2 seconds, they're not wrapping back, they're pushed through. It's a difficult one to gauge, but we do still see a stalemate. Currently Splyce and Epsilon 1-0. However, 30 seconds left. This could end up a tied game, of course, much to Splyce's needness, if you like. They're trying to get this tied up, but if Epsilon managed to break through here, a 2-0 victory going into the second side would be huge.
I think if you're Splyce, I mean, you just want to at least get out of this stalemate with it 1-0 still. I mean, the fact that you survived the 4 down, like that's a situation where very easily could have been a score for Epsilon, a second score, had things gone a little bit differently. We'll go ahead and end it there as both caps are out. 1-0 advantage for Epsilon. Yeah, no, I mean, good half for Epsilon. Obviously, they have the lead. But Splyce, I think you feel at least good about how it ended there in the sense that, I mean, I thought that was going to be a second cap through for sure. If one person was like a little bit more pushed up, they got that flag out a moment earlier, could have been a very different story. Could be a 2-0 edge. But you got to think Splyce certainly not out of this yet. But a big thing to note, mentioned earlier how, they played St. Marie 4 times. They've improved there with Felony. This is a map they're playing for the very first time, so there's definitely going to be some growing pains.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think Epsilon, respectively, should be more than 1-0 up with how it has gone down, but another 5 minutes going to be put on that clock, and we're going to see Epsilon try and extend their lead. Currently 1-0 with 4 minutes, 40 seconds. Tommy just holding their base. Of course, a couple of his teammates are going to go down. And it can definitely be a swing map. The problem at the moment is you win the CTF, you push to a hard point, and Epsilon's hard point has been really, really poor. How can they get anything from this series? Hopefully some momentum as we come down to the first 60 seconds of this second half. Hawkey maybe spots one. He's going to spot him, but it's too late.
This may be a very good scoring opportunity here. Vortex is going to have to help him out, but he's going to get shot in the back. Bance also tags him up. He'll be able to call out to his teammate, which is Tommy underneath, and there's the kill. There's the return. Mad Cat, who was pressuring the opposite side of the map, wasn't able to make a play. All right, Fellow did help him out there. Good job by Tommy to at least stay alive in that position. Fellow continues pushing. Unfortunately, Tommy falls at the same time. And you haven't really had a good. Has there been? I feel like there hasn't been like one good coordinated push out of Splyce, really.
No, they've looked a little bit sloppy on the attacking side of things. They have cleaned up, obviously, once their flag has been pulled, but it's one of those things where if Splyce can string together a couple of kills, it could be dangerous news. And talking of it, Bance is pushing forward now. We've got Madcap pushing through the middle on the flip side of things. Fellow, and now kills are coming in. That's going to be traded out from Bance. We'll find a second big kill for Bance now. A potential scoring opportunity. We do have Fellow right at the back of the map. Next kill could be crucial, and that's coming in from Dave.
Their opportunity here. Bance just a little off to the left. Isn't able to pick up the kill. Tommy does pick it up, and he's got the flag. But what's he supposed to do? There's 3 players there. All it does is maybe buy time for his teammates to at least come off spawn. With Epsilon, they don't even bother with the return. They just hit up mid-map, and remember, you still have a streak to work with here from Epsilon.
Glide bomb in the back pocket of Dave. Looking for the 3rd kill here for the Epsilon squad, and now we are going to see an aggressive push here. Felony just trying to delay anything from Epsilon, but actually sneaking around the back. Nathan's going to find a couple here. He's going to find 1 hip fire, but outside, Felony does find 2. Madcat cleans up the 3rd, and only Dave is still in the Splyce base. Flag has been pulled, and that's from Tommy.
He needs Madcat to come help. They have somebody in their top window, though. That's going to be the problem. Oh, he goes up. He doesn't.
Oh, he's using the glide bomb.
He's
in the glide bomb.
He does actually pick up Bance, but Tommy still has his flag. It's still hot. He got help from Felony. He got help from Felony and stayed alive on the cross. But both flags now going to be out. Madcat trying to go big. Madcat weakened 1. He's got him pinned lower. Hasn't been able to finish it yet. A little game of cat and mouse here as he's trying to wrap away, but there's going to be where the turn, and there is the tie. 1-1, minute 40 on the clock. Splyce finally showing signs of life.
And honestly, Epsilon, they've been the better team for the large majority of this, but you've given Splyce a taster, and they've now ran away with it. I will say, Tommy might be 10 and 17, but he pulls it out the bag there for the flag cap. And now he's sitting pretty here. He's just trying to find some kills, but his teammates are going to go down with 90 seconds left. Madcat on the defense.
He's going to have to play a little bit longer here as pressure's coming in, and Tommy's still sitting at mid-map. Nice shots from Madcat. There's still 1 to his left, not prepared for it, and that's going to be a flag pull here for Vortex. But on the other end,
Tommy's going to challenge.
Tommy's going to get that as well.
He always does it. Tries to juke it out. Not going to happen, though. Hawkey, that was a big game-changing kill there. He gets that, he could have got away. He gets the flag, it could have been streaks, it could have been GG. 2 players go down, and now it's Bance's turn. Vortex denies. Oh, that's awkward. You wanted a few more bullets in the chamber there. And now Felony just has to put a brake on the attack.
I think he had the bullets. I think he stopped shooting. Was the problem. Wow, okay, well, Splyce, there were, 3 different one-on-one gunfights there? You win those, you got to score. He has lost every single one of them. And now, with 20 seconds left or so, this is a chance for Epsilon to maybe make a play. They're starting to come in. 3 players stacked up on defense. You think they'll take one final crack at this for sure. Here we go. First kill to Epsilon. Mad Cat, though, does answer, but another kill goes into Epsilon. Nathan picks up one as well. You have to grab this in 5 seconds. Going in for the touch. Nathan, last man here. Nathan wins the gunfight, and here we go, off to the races. But Tommy ready and waiting. Then they'll spawn in for the return. Oh, they're going to leave it up. They're going to leave it up and try to make a play.
Yep.
I love this.
50 seconds. They want to be aggressive. They want to change the game, and that's the first kill. Bance and Dave are going to trade things out. Tommy's in a good position here. Oh, and one of them plays just to his right. He's got the support of one player. He's Bance, and that's going to be a kill. 2 go down, and Bance making this third will be huge for Hawkeye. Out of nowhere, finds it. Felony does get the kill, and that should be home and dry. The Clyde bomb was used. No streaks in the back pocket of Epsilon. And Splyce, I feel they've stole that away.
Oh my God! How many touches did Tommy get in the final couple minutes? Like, did he get 4 flag touches? I feel like in the final 2 minutes in overtime. Wow, they clutch up. It's like that. Once they got that first score, there was blood in the water, and you just knew Splyce was bringing it back. But in dramatic fashion, they get the victory. I love that. I mean, it looks very scary for them for a moment. It's a flag touch in extra time for Epsilon. They leave it. They don't return the flag. They push across the map, and Tommy makes the sneaky play. That was sick stuff there from Splyce. And a hot 3-0 here over Epsilon.
And again, you just see the disappointment on Epsilon's face, and it's not, you know, that close game 5 finisher where you feel like you've let yourself down. It's just disappointment after disappointment. How do they improve? It's got to be